Frederick Chani here for the sportscourier.com. At Bullion, we're kicking it in FWE Wrestling, joined by Mr. PEC-Tacular, Jessie Godderz.
Boom. Bringing the pain.
That's pretty impressive. Can you do that again?
It's pretty PEC-Tacular. P-E-C-T-A-C-U-L-A-R. PEC-Tacular.
Wow. And besides kicking butt in the ring tonight and flexing your pecs, what brings you here today?
The debut of Mr. PEC-Tacular at FWE at the Hall in St. Paul, February 25th. Actually, I'm very happy to be here. This is I used to live up in New York, well, Jersey City, just over the river. So,
old Jersey boy.
Well, I used to live over there for like 3 months, and then when I was doing all my fitness modeling and that little stint of my life. So now I live in Louisville, Kentucky, like you said, going to OVW, but this brought me up here, and obviously this amazing PEC-Tacular physique, of course. Boom.
And you weren't always Mr. PEC-Tacular. This event is about promoting anti-bullying, stopping bullying. Were you ever bullied as a kid? And if so, what led you to stopping it in your life and leading it to a positive direction?
I actually was bullied because even Mr. PEC-Tacular was once a young buck. And more like the run of the litter actually is verbatim what my dad once quoted on a TV show that I used to be on. But I was really a small kid. I mean, I weighed probably I wrestled my senior year of high school like 140, 145 pounds. So I weigh like a lot more than that now. So, but when you're in high school, everybody tries to find something to pick at or nag at. Just because you are different, whether it's the biggest person or it's the smallest person, everybody just kind of like stays and groups themselves together. So as soon as they start just getting malicious with things. But kids are a lot more impressionable at that age too, so they take things a lot more personal because they don't know any better. They don't know like, what I know now, like don't hate me because you hate me, because But at that age, it's a little bit more of an impressionable mind. So you take things for face value exactly what they are. If you have to wear glasses, you're like, oh, what's wrong with me because I have to wear glasses? Or anything. Your hair's too long, your hair's too short, you're too tall, you're too short. You're too big, you're too small. Anything. Where you came from, just because you came from a different borough around here. You know what I mean? So it's something that you have to deal with. I dealt with it by not necessarily getting in fights or being antagonistic, just knowing and coming into my own and just knowing that it's not always going to be there. And as soon as you do get done with school, as soon as you do get done with high school, you're never going to see those people again. So you don't need to impress those kind of people. And that's what and that's coming from my dad. So obviously you don't really listen to your parents until after the fact. And it's one of those things like, you might not believe me now, but you'll listen and believe me later. And just, sure enough, your parents are always right. So
listen to mom and dad, kids. And we get you out here on this. Recent news. You won the OVW tag team titles with Rob Terry. Worked hard. You've done your thing in Big Brother and reality TV. Been working hard. Obviously, overcame bullying, overcame a lot of obstacles to become a professional wrestler. You are in one of the longest-running promotions in the country. And now as a tag team champion, how does it feel to finally get your first taste of gold in pro wrestling?
It's such a whirlwind because you're moving so fast you almost can't wrap your mind around it, if that makes any sense. Like, you're trying to do this and this and this and this and this because that's what I'm like acclimated myself to, and like that's the norm for me. So with that, like, it's just one of the things. It's like, oh man, I really am the champ. Like I'm accomplishing something else. Like, what's next? So, and being with Rob, like, it's Rob the Freak Terry, for crying out loud. So, and Jessie, Mr. PEC-Tacular Godderz, of course. But it's Rob Terry. So it's just, for me, it's a lot of fun. And it's always going to be a lot of fun. And then if and whenever it's not, then we'll go from there. But right now, I'm a triple threat, for God's sakes. I'm a reality TV star. I'm a professional wrestler. And I'm the youngest natural professional bodybuilder in the country. A triple threat. I'm the youngest two-sport pro athlete. Look at where I came from, a small town in Iowa. Don't hate me because you hate me.
Look out, TNA Impact Wrestling. And I can share into this, man. Where can fans find you online?
Fans can find me online at www.mrpec with the dash TACULAR.com, or on my Twitter page, which is MRPEC_TACULAR.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. PEC-Tacular.